Welcome to Budgets with Sass. This is my first video. I thought I'll just give you a little bit of an introduction on who I am and why I've come to do some cash stuffing. Originally I was on a really low income. This was probably about 7-8 years ago, and I did a sort of cash budgeting but in paper envelopes. It really helped to get myself out of debt. I was a single mum with a small child that let me make sure I was keeping on track of my money. And then when things got better in my life, I stopped doing it. I didn't really get in any other debt or anything like that. However, I realised I started to waste money a lot more. I didn't really have any savings, and I really want to just get back on track before I kind of lose some type of control. So this is my way of keeping myself accountable and sharing with everyone. Maybe it'll help somebody get started with cash stuffing themselves. So welcome and thank you for joining me today. So I've kind of wanted to just go through how I get to the stuffing part. So I'll just quickly move this out of the way and these and quickly show you my budget and how it works and how I've worked it out. So my salary comes in at the end of the month. The end of the month actually is a weekend, so today is Saturday the 30th, so I got it yesterday. So today I'm just going to be stuffing what's left after my direct debits come out. So my direct debits are my personal direct debits because I have a joint account with my partner, and that's where our house bills come out of, so I don't have to worry too much about every single direct debit. I might do our joint account later on, but for now I'm just trying to get my money organised, the bit that I have left over. So there's my salary. I also have a small business where I make handmade bags and some other handicrafty stuff, but I've only really just started, so this month I don't really have anything to show there, and if anything comes in the month I'll just do another stuffing. I do have a small little girl. Well, I guess she's small, she's 10 now, so child benefit's due on the 13th, so when that comes in I'll stuff it then. And then I sometimes, majority of the time, I get a maintenance payment from her dad, so that comes in at a different date, so I can stuff that separately. Other is the balance I had in my account from the previous month, so I had £100 spare, but I also leave a bit of a buffer in there in case I get caught out and I'm out and it says card only, which actually just happened to me a minute ago when I went to go get petrol and it was pump only, so pay at pump only, so I had to use my card. So luckily I keep a buffer in there. So quickly just run through, I've got my normal bills. The biggest one here is my joint. I pay $1,600 into our joint, that's for my half of the bills. We also save money in there for renovations for our house, and then it's the other bills. We can go in these details maybe another day, but just want to just do like a quick one on just like the actual stuffing. So then I've got my monthly cash. So my monthly cash is the purple one. So this would be the money that I spend all the time. It's quite big and bulky, so I kind of struggle to put this in my handbag. So what I think I will do going forward is make myself a small leather purse, and then smaller ones of these that I can use on a weekly basis. Yes, maybe I'll try and see how hard that is. But going through my budget, after I've paid all my bills with what I've got left, this will be what I hope to sink throughout the month. This does include money that will still to come in. So today I'll only be sinking some of the things that I've got money for, and then when the other money comes in I will sink the rest, and I'll just tick them like I have here because I had some cash in my bank envelope. I already stuffed those ones, so if they're ticked it means the money's already done. So that's what I'll continue to do throughout my videos. I'm still quite new to this, so this is the way I'm going to do it for now, and if I feel like it doesn't work I will keep changing it up. I've done this little key here, if you can see it, is cash and card, because sometimes there's some things that go on card, like the gifts one, it would usually be £50, but two of those gifts, one was a bank transfer to one of my older nieces, and the other one was a gift that I bought on Amazon. So that goes onto one of my credit cards, because obviously I like to use my credit card to keep safe. You don't really want to be using your bank card online. And then that cash then goes rather into the bank envelope that I'll show you in a moment, or if I've just been paid, I'll just transfer it straight over to my card. So that's why they're in green. So that one's actually already paid, so I can tick that green one. Oh, this pen doesn't seem to want to work. Let's try this one. Okay, yeah, and this one here that says joints, this £600 actually doesn't come from my bank, it comes from our joint account. And what I'm deciding to do is take half of it out for 2 weeks worth of food shopping, and then the other half I'll get out obviously 2 weeks later and stuff again, probably when I do these ones, stuff again for the food for the last 2 weeks and see how we're getting on. £600 sounds like a lot of money considering there's just me, my partner and my little girl. However, this is all household cleaning materials or anything like that. And then also if my other half gets some beer, or I have a bottle of wine or whatever, and if we also get a takeaway as a family, that comes in here. This eating out is just when I go out. So yeah, that's all included in there. And this is the one that I really want to keep control of, because this out of our joint account was getting horrendous and we were just popping to the shops too much and then looking at it and it was like ridiculous amounts of money being spent. So that is what I'm trying to keep control of for definite. I'll quickly run through where we're going to be stuffing today. Put that on there for now. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at how much we've got. We would like to get one of those cash holders, but they really seem to be a struggle to get them in the UK. But anyway, let's start with the 20s. We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 180 in 20s. And then we have got, so 192. I'll do it, it's just the 10. So 180 in 20s, and we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 in 10s. And then we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Right, so that should be £360 to be stuffed today. I should only get a calculator. I went downstairs to get that. So for you it was 1 second, for me it wasn't. Okay, so excuse such an old calculator, but I've literally had this for about 17 years. It's in good condition, still works. So this one we'll be using. Maybe I'll put some vinyl or something pretty on it. But that'll do. Right, so we had 180 in 20s, can't remember now, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 in 10s, and I think this was 70, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, yeah. 70 in 5s. 330. Oh yes, 330, because I had to get the petrol already, so I'll be stuffing less in the petrol. Let me move this pen a second, put more room. Okay, so first of all, what I want to be doing is with my salary, so my first stuff of the month, I hope this is in shot, the first salary of the month, I want to make sure that my monthly cash is already stuffed, and then with the other ones that come in, I will then use for my sinking funds and so on. Oh, I forgot to explain what this bit is. So this other is when I have a payment that is online or something that's happening that I might need to use. And going forward, I'll probably make new envelopes and make it, so if I was to buy clothes, which these are, then I would put it in clothes. But for now, I'm not making any more envelopes. I'm just gonna have other and keep that to one side. But like I said, it's a growing thing and I will keep changing as time goes on. So next, I bought something on my next account. I always pay it off as soon as I get the bill. And Klarna, I use Klarna just because I have a funny size, so I usually buy tons of clothes if I'm going to buy them online, like £300-400, so I can try them all on and send them back. And I don't really want to be waiting, 3 or 4 weeks for it to come back. But the moment I've picked the clothes I'm keeping and I've returned them and they've come off the amount, I always fully pay that. So I don't ever get in debt with it. I use it just so then, it's not out of my bank account or on my credit card where I'm paying interest, which is my main thing. I don't like the thought of paying any interest on anything. So these have actually already been paid out of my salary amount. So actual for that one was 38.48. I think Klarna was 39 something, so I'll put that in for next time. It's my birthday on the 28th of August, so £30 for that. To be fair, I'm not doing anything this year, anything special. It's not a big birthday, and probably go out for a meal with my family. So that's just in case I want to buy myself something nice. Who knows, might not. I might not bother. And then next week I have a dentist appointment. So I don't actually know how much it is for a checkup. I can't remember. I'm knowing where everything's going on with COVID, the price is going up. I've just given myself £50. If it's any less than that, then whatever I've got left, I will do all my next stuff in and stuff it in. So that has to stay in the bank. But so these two are also done. So I don't have to worry about them, they're gone. And that's my birthday. So we'll first get stuff in with this first lot. I've already taken the 300 out from our joint, and I've actually done our first week shopping because it's Saturday today and I like to go shopping on a Friday because it's absolutely manic on a Saturday. So I usually go on my lunch break or straight after work on a Friday. So there isn't like 100 people in Tesco's or Aldi, wherever I'm going, and there's traffic everywhere. It just makes me feel really anxious. So I've already done the shopping yesterday, and we'll go through what I've got. Just rambling now. So let's get into stuff in and we will have a look at that shopping thing in a minute. Okay, right, so first of all, let's go into my monthly cash one. That's what this is. So let's move this away for a second. And I'll just tell you how much I'm putting in. I'll move these cash. Oh God, they're so messy. I really do want one of those cash holders. That'd be so good. Right, okay, I'll move the calculator and just see my envelope. So I do actually have my own cricket machine, so I've been making these myself. Oh yeah, excuse my, I'll put some paper over them. I don't think you can really see like my details, but I have several credit cards. I'm really good with them, so they're all completely empty. So I only use them for emergencies, and so I don't like putting them in my purse in case, you never know, lose my purse or something. And then somebody's got all of my credit cards, so I'll just quickly cover them up. I forgot about them, take them out for next time. So the first one I've got is food. So like I said, I already stuffed this one, so I could go shopping on yesterday. So this is now next week's shopping that's left in there. I was slightly over budget. I did write on here. Did I? Yeah, so it's £150 a week I try to spend, but as long as it means that next week I spend less. I don't know if you can see it, it's really small. This came with the binder and I didn't want to waste them, so I will make some pretty ones that can be wiped away, but I thought I'd use them first. So yeah, so I spent £157.85, so I was over by £8, but however I went to the butcher's as well, which is what I'm proud of, and most of the stuff that I bought from Tesco's will actually be for like a lot of the month, so like more bulk things. So next week should be like a lot less. The hope is anyway, because we're having no takeaway this week because I went over budget. So that's that. Oops. So that's food. I've got £142.15 in there for next week. So petrol is budgeted for £150. So it's £30 a week, but I checked on the calendar and it's 5 fills for the week. So for the month, sorry. So it'll be 120 because I've just put 30 in a minute ago at Sainsbury's. I don't know about you guys, but petrol has been so expensive. I just got really excited that I went there and it was finally under 180 and it said 175. I was just like, oh my God, finally. Oh my God, I've chipped my nail gel off. Excuse that nail, it's a bit messy now. Never mind, petrol. So 120, so it needs to have 30 a week. So if I do it like this, then I know. So 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I've just done a week. Then I take the right amount out every time. So let's just count, make sure it's right. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. Fantastic. So I won't, I don't have any cards yet. I was going to say I won't write on them, but I don't have any anyway for my monthly ones. So that's petrol done. Miscellaneous. So now, this one, I feel like I get confused on what it's for. So I think I really do need to make like different ones for like clothes and stuff like that. But I do just use this if, say, I go out and there's parking and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to keep stuff in it, but I'm going to keep thinking, if you guys have got any ideas, do you still have a miscellaneous? Or do you make sure that it's all in a wallet? Or I've seen a couple of people call it spending. Maybe I should change it to spending. I had to think about that, but miscellaneous is getting 30, and I'm going to use some of these 5s because it'll be easier to put them in my purse. So 10, 5, 20, 25, 30, and yes, I definitely need a holder. Right, so that's 30 going into there, and I definitely want a small purse or something small. I've seen everybody have these little laminated ones. So I'm going to make myself a small little purse, and I'll show you guys with the little small ones, so then I can take a little bit out each week, because I definitely do not want to be, one, this is too bulky for my handbag, so I don't really have big handbags, and I don't want to be taking up all that petrol money when I'm not putting petrol in all the time. So I will have a think about that, but miscellaneous is in there. Eating out, so eating out is just when I'm either by myself or it's just me and my daughter and we're out, or I go out with my friends and things like that. This is not eating out as a family. That comes out of our joint account, and like I said, that's going to be an account that I sort out, but we're really good with that account. Like, we've got savings in there and everything, because my partner is really good with money. Like, he literally spends nothing. I don't know how he does it, but he literally only spends if he really has to. So yeah, that account is a great one. But it does still need to be reined in for the shopping, and who does the shopping? Me. So I need to rein it in, which is why it's on here. So eating out is £40. So I'll do a little bit of both, all of them. 40. So 20, 30, 35, 40. I have got a day off next week, and me and my little girl are going to go out. We're out all day because I've got service on the car, MOT on the car, dentist appointment, everything all in one day, because I like to keep all my errands on one day so I don't have to take too much time off work. So we'll probably eat out that day, but it'll only be one meal, so maybe like a lunch. And yeah, so I'll probably use a little bit then, but I'm really going to try to be good this month about eating out. So not too many takeaways to try and lose some weight. Gifts. Now, gifts. I can't believe how much money I spend on gifts. When I started to look back before I started budgeting, because I have such a big family. I always get for like my nieces and my nephews. We only do children, but that's nieces and nephews, and then my little girl, and then I always buy her half brother's presents, which is my ex's other child, because, you know, something from his little sister. So yeah, I can't believe how much I spend, but I've already spent £40 for this month, because I've got a party today and another one tomorrow, so I had to get 2 gifts for that. So this is only getting £10, which is going to be spent next week, because I have niece's birthday next week and I need to get her a gift, which probably going to end up taking a little bit out of miscellaneous. This just depends on what I can make, what I can give her, but I might make her something as well, because like I said, I can make loads of crafty stuff. So make her a little handbag or something, which I've then got all of the resources at home and then don't actually have to spend any cash. So I will think about that, because I need to stop overspending. Emergency. So emergency is a new one. So I did start stuffing a few months ago, and I literally used paper envelopes and wrote on them because I didn't want to invest in like these or the binders or anything if I weren't going to keep to it, or I didn't find it easy, or I struggled with all the cash. Everyone just wants card, but I feel like I found a solution to everything now. So like if it needs to be card, I'll use the buffer in my bank. If for any reason that buffer's not there, I'll use my credit card, and then I will take the cash out of here and put it in bank, and to make sure it goes back onto the credit card at the end of the month before any interest, or before my statement, so before any interest is applied, because I'm not paying any interest to anyone. So yeah, so the emergency is £40 I'm going to put in there. Don't know what emergency could be for, but if I save it, and then one day I'm sure something will happen. So my car has 3 years warranty, which actually ends in September. So you never know, it could be a major emergency with that, even though I do have a car one, so we'll see. If I don't feel like I need it, I'll change it. But the main thing about this is, one, controlling my spending. Gosh, I feel like I have a relationship with the Amazon man constantly at my house. My neighbours must think, oh, why is this man always there? But yeah, I need to break that with Amazon instead of just clicking, instead of just putting my card and contactless, you know, for a drink at Costa or something like that. It all adds up, and it's ridiculous amounts of money. I'd really like to save some money to do some investments, really think about when I'm older how my pension's going to be, and make sure that I can look after myself. I also want to make sure that I teach my daughter the right way of saving and her right way of spending, and not being sucked into consumerism and wasting every single penny and stuff like that. So there's more to it than it's just pretty binders and things like that. It's really important to me. I will fill this in, I'll fill it in later because my handwriting's appalling, and you don't need to see that. And then bank. So you see, as I said, I have already started using this, and this is how I've done it before. We had a Chinese, which came from my eating out one, me and my daughter did, but I did it online because I live in a new place and I actually don't know where any of these takeaways are, so I had to use Just Eat. So I had to put it back in the bank, which I did, and then 2 gifts that I got online, and then I've emptied it out to put back in the bank. So that's what I do with that one. So that'll be used again. So that's these ones. I'm really excited about making a little purse or something for them. I might vinyl them to say monthly cash, or yeah, monthly cash or something like that. I don't really know what else you call them. I know that the other one's called sinking funds, but they're the ones that you don't touch all the time. Does anyone know what you call this one that you touch every week? That'd be really helpful. Let me know. Thanks. So now it's on to the sinking funds. So now we're going to sink what I would class as like the most important ones for now, or that these are going to fit in. Quickly go back, get my thingy back. This. So I have done that one, done miscellaneous, done eating out, done gifts and emergencies, and I'll tick that one off at the end so then I can write what the actuals are. So I've done those ones. So now we've got these ones. I've got Christmas, but I don't know if you can see here, I've done Park. So it's like a savings thing. You pay a direct debit and then you get like vouchers in October. I've done that for years because, like I said, I've always been on a low income, and the worry of coming to Christmas and not having anything, because these vouchers can be used for food and everything. So your whole Christmas can be paid for in advance. It makes a massive difference when you're on the build up to Christmas, knowing that you've got, say, £500 coming in to pay for Christmas. So I've had Park for ages, but it's always been just me and my daughter. So now I have a partner. The things that I buy him, you can't really like go shopping with these vouchers because they're not really the shops of things that he would wear or use. Like, he likes football, so you know, I might get him a football ticket or something like that, and I can't use those. So I'm now needing to make sure I think ahead of saving for Christmas, for those things that you just can't buy on the vouchers, because you just buy everything on the vouchers, absolutely everything, and now I can't. So I need to start saving for Christmas as well, for him as well as other things. So the park one is usually more for my daughter, and my food and drink, everything else that comes with Christmas, decorations if needed, because I always change my mind. And then this Christmas one is for my other half, but I'm going to stuff that later on when some other money comes in. So I think Sahara is my daughter, so I've already bought her all her school uniform, otherwise there'd be a bit more in there. Already bought all her school uniform, so there's 20, but I actually took out an extra 10 for her pocket money. So let me just quickly, I don't like making it messy, but it's going to be 30. So I'm going to stuff hers, which is 30. Let me just double check how much we've got left. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, we've got 90 left. So her 30, then I think I might do my self-care, which is for me, which is for my hair. I might do days out. Yes, so I think I'll do those 3 now, I'll stuff. Debt's already been put in, and the last £10. This £90 I've left in my bank because I've got the car to go in and a more than likely B card. So it's an MOT, I'm having my license plate fixed because there's a crack in it. I've had it there for ages, so I really need to get that done. And then my service, but I pay for my service monthly, so my service is free. So it's probably too much, but you just never know. If it's too much, I'll take it out and restuff it as well. Okay, so I know which 3 I'm going to stuff for now. Okay, so this is my sinking funds one. So Christmas at the moment has nothing because I literally just thought that week. So that will start building up when I get some of the other money coming in the month. Savings, I've already been saving, which I'm really, really happy about. And this is savings for anything really, but specifically my car is on PCP. I've got about 13, 14 months left. And then I've got obviously a balloon payment at the end, which is about, I think it's 4,300. And I've used all of my major savings in my bank account to start my business, which was making bags. That now has to pay for itself. So it's at a stage where I'm launching a website and things, so it will start paying for itself. So now I've got to start saving for this car. So at the moment I've got 270. And I'm hoping to put some more in there when I get some more later on in the month. So yeah, I probably won't be able to save 4,300. So what I'll probably do is get a low interest loan with whatever's left and then pay it off within 12 months if I have to. You never know. I do get a bonus sometimes at work that gets awarded in July. So if I get any next July, it might be the last bit I need. But you know, with everything going on with everyone, all the businesses and prices and stuff, I won't hold my work to that. So that's savings. So Sahara is my daughter, and I am going to put 30 in there. So that's 20 towards clothes and everything else that she might need, and then £10 for half her pocket money. So she gets £20 pocket money, and I've already got £10 in the parents' part of her Go Henry to give her if she, does her chores and everything else. So that'll be transferred over. But she wanted half of it in cash because she's really enjoying my cash stuff in, and she wants to save for a new iPad because her iPad's slowing down. And I said to her, you get enough money you can save for yourself, especially when you get money for Christmas from like your dad and stuff, and you get for your birthday. So she wants to stuff money too. So she wanted half of it in cash so she can stuff herself, which is really, really cute. So that's her £10 pocket money, and then £20 probably towards her school shoes, because gosh, school uniform is so expensive. I've bought everything else for her school this month, but or last month, so the last thing is school shoes. I might have to stuff a bit more in there later on in the month. Yes, which is fine. Self-care, like I said, towards my hair. I've already got 40. It's got 40 so far. I need to put another 40 in there now for that, because my appointment's in September. But the day that I booked it, I think I'm going out, so I might have to change that. So that's 80, so I'm nearly there. I'll fill that in after. Days out. So days out, we went out to Milton Keynes last week. I had a day off. We went out and went shopping and stuff like that in the centre, which which is great. So I've got 20 in there left. The days out is 20, so it's the last of the 20, especially with the 6 weeks holidays. God, we need days out. But I have been saving all of my Tesco's vouchers because they do that rewards, and then they give you money off. So we're going to use some of my Tesco vouchers next week to go to the cinema. It's really great because I literally go to Tesco's because of the convenience at the end of my street. I do go Aldi sometimes, but recently the meat and veg and fruit in Aldi is just not lasting. It is literally going off. It's really frustrating me because of the amount of food being wasted. So people go there to save money, and then their food goes off if you don't eat it fast enough. So yeah, it really frustrates me. But Tesco's have been quite good with theirs. So I've been continuing to go Tesco's, just been watching on what I buy, so if it's not like branded and stuff. So yeah, so days out anyway. Tesco's voucher, I was trying to get to the point, it gives me more Tesco's vouchers. So I think I've roughly got about £70, and if you use the rewards, you can triple it. So it works out, I've got £210 worth of rewards, and the cinema, you know, is £20. So I'm only using £20 to go cinema, but it's a day out for free, which is fantastic. And then I've got £20 in there for debt. So debt is really old debt. So when my daughter was first born, I'll say I was quite young. I was about 22 by the time I got into these debts. So I had her when I was 21, and I moved into my house and I literally had nothing, because prior to that I lived in a shared house, so I always had everything. All I used to pay for was the bedroom. So I didn't have any furniture, so I had to get absolutely everything. I wasn't on masses of money then, and so I had to fill the house. My other half at the time didn't have very good credit, so I had to use my credit to get everything we needed for the house, and then we'd pay it back together. Then within 6 or 7 months we broke up, so then I had all of this debt to pay with a small child, and I just couldn't afford anything. I think I started off with about £7,500 worth of debt, and I'm down to 1,600, I think, but it was 10 years ago. And the only reason I've got 1,600 left is because I just have payments coming out in the bank, like £2, £3 for all of them, no interest. I just completely forget about them, but I really want to get rid of them now. So that's what this is for. So it's going to be filled up as much as I can, and then I'm going to have I need to go through them all and get all the balances, because it's been such a long time. And then once I've got all the last balances, then I'll know which ones to pay first. Doesn't really matter, like I said, I'd only pick which one to pay first. It's with interest. It's the same with my car. My car is interest free. I've got a PCP 0% interest, so yeah, I don't like paying interest if I don't have to. So yeah, so that's me working towards getting rid of all of that. So that's coming along slowly, and then there's the £10 left for my car, which is towards, so at the moment I pay my car insurance monthly, road tax monthly, and so on, which I don't want to do anymore. So my car insurance is due, everything is due in September. It's service, MOT, car insurance, everything. It's just ridiculous. You can never pay that all in 1 month with that and then still have a life. So this year I'm going to pay my car insurance in full. I'll leave the road tax and stuff for this year, but then I want to build this up, so the next year, come that September when everything comes out, I've got all the money here to pay for my car insurance in full, road tax in full, what's the last thing? MOT. I'll still keep my service per month. That's the last one, which is great. So that is all the stuff done. Let me just put that there. And then I'll tick these off. So that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, which is great. So don't know how much I'm going to bring in with the business. I do have a market, my first craft market, which is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks today, my first craft. Oh, whoops. 2 weeks today is my first craft market. So I'm hoping to have some money come in, and when it does, I'll work out what the profit is. I will take 20% of profit out on, because my salary is so high that when I pay the tax, I will definitely have to pay tax. So 20% off, and I've got a Monzo business account, so I'll pop that in there for tax. And then what profit I have, I can I'll take half of it for myself and half of it back for the business in case I need to buy something for it, which I've got quite a lot of stock at the moment, so, but it's really good to, you know, put it on there. Child benefits, obviously £80, which I'll use to stuff, and then I don't know what I'm getting for maintenance. I really hope it's something where it provides me to stuff, but to be fair, I've literally got 2 more things to stuff, which is about £180. So I know it's £80 for child benefit. So if I get £100, it's great because it can go in my savings. Because everything else, yeah, is paid for or in the bank. So we're looking good for the month. I've just got to stick. So I want to share one other thing. I absolutely love budgets with Ira, Iris budgets. And there's another one, planning with Ella. Oh my gosh, they're so great. So what I've been doing last night, I found a little case of laminate pouches, and I was like, I watched them, and Ella and Iris, I think her name's Iris, maybe it's not Iris, but Iris Budgeting, they show you how to make these. At the moment they're all loose because I need to buy some of those binder things, which I found on Amazon. So there's me trying to reduce my Amazon. But it's still cheaper for me to make this myself than to obviously buy it off. I did look on Etsy, and I will still purchase things on Etsy because, you know, it means other people are making money, and I really like the fact that we should be all trying to keep everyone's pockets afloat. But for now, for the next couple of months, when I'm really trying to rein it in, and I know in September I have the payment from my car insurance, I thought I'll make it because I already had some. So yeah, so this is the hope to try and do some challenges. And on top of those challenges, when I get to a point where I've got loads of pennies, because this is what I also realised, like I'll just spend all of the change. So I want to be able to do that every week or every month, I don't know yet, but whichever, I get all the change out from these different ones and then put them in this type of thing. Like I had these downstairs, I didn't buy anything else because I was going to use them for all of our spices, but actually it was more annoying for spices being here than having all the jars, so didn't use them. So I've got some more of these, which is great. And then I've just done £1, £2, then you've got the 50p, 20p, 10p, 5p and pennies. Definitely want to start, you know, collecting this all. And then I can, well, I'll do it as a challenge. So I've seen, I might buy that one. What I might buy from Etsy is a penny challenge little sheet. Like I've seen those, I might order one of those. But yeah, just to really make sure that every bit of my money is looked after. And I do have the tiniest bit of change, the tiniest bit left. So I'm going to put the 10s in the 10s, and I think these are all pennies. They are. So let's put these in pennies. I write pennies, but that's including 2p's. So do they call pennies 1 pennies? Do you still put pennies for 2s? Still pennies. So I've got something in the pennies at least, and then I've got these in the 10. And if you've got change left over in the food one, what I might do is make some more of these, but instead of it being pink, use black or something, so I know that that's from our joint account. And then when that one builds up, maybe we can go do something nice together. A day out, paid for. That'd be a good idea actually. I think I'm going to do that. So yeah, so I've got these as well. So I'm just trying to use whatever I've got in my craft room and box. So yeah, so that's everything for this week. Hopefully I'll have some more. Sorry if I rambled, it was my first one, so slightly nervous even though I'm in the room talking to myself. But thank you so much for joining. If you did like it, please subscribe. I will try my hardest to keep up with this because it really helps me from being accountable. And I really wanted to try the journey of vlogging of some type, but I don't feel confident enough yet to have my face on the screen. So maybe that'll be something I'll come on to later on. But like I said, thanks again for joining. My name is Sass. If I didn't say at the beginning, I might have. And this is Budget with Sass. Thank you.